I was a leader in a far-right organization that actively supported apartheid in the 1980s.
Ons was op vakansie geweest
We were on holiday at the sea, and there were only black lifeguards.
en toe sit ek nog saam.
I said to my friends with me that I would rather drown before I would allow a black man to rescue me in the sea. The second day we were there, the current pulled me out to sea. And the harder I tried to come out, the deeper the sea pulled me in. The next moment I see this black man coming towards me, and I grab him around the neck and I almost wanted to kiss him. That is how glad I was to see him, because I was drowning. I was totally exhausted. I could not go on. Even though a black man saved my life, it did not change my attitude towards them.
I wanted to see South African society or community as non-racial, non-sexist, democratic society. Before I was 21 years old, already I get involved in political education, and I became a chairman of mass democratic movement. For the first time, South Africans were supposed to be educated on election. We found that Jehovah's Witnesses, they also have a church in our community. We asked them that, can we come and teach the people how to elect in that part of the community? And we were told that this is a church that cannot allow us to teach people elections in their premises. The militant one, they wanted to go and ban the church. One day we were driving as a delegation. We were black and white in that vehicle, and we saw white witnesses were doing their public ministry. And this driver, who I know he was racist, he said to me, "Johnny, do you see those white people?" I said, "Yes." He said, "I hate those people." I said, "Why?" He said, "No, I hate these people." And I said, "If they are hated by you, who is white? They must be good people."
Alhoewel die
Times started to change in the late 80s when they started to dismantle apartheid. But we aggressively tried to stop this from happening. We even drove an armored vehicle smashing through the doors into the parliament buildings. We were trying to see if we could resist these changes with apartheid, but this did not change things.
wat niks gehelp het nie.
Even though I belonged to a church, I still drank heavily and had extramarital affairs. This led to me and my wife getting divorced.
Vrou het mekaar
It was an empty life.
dit was 'n
I was never really happy.
gelukkig geweest nie.
I was committed to this revolutionary cause. I will be absent, not at home, for the weeks. Meeting of politics is about argument.
At political meetings, a lot of arguing take place. When you go home, you end up arguing with your wife over nothing.
I came to another office and I saw in a desk of this colleague, there's a book called Knowledge that can lead to everlasting life.
When I found in the book the reason why Jesus was on earth, especially to proclaim the kingdom, and this kingdom is a government, and I work for government, yet I have never heard about this government.
Then I found out of the book, this is a real government that will come and solve all mankind problems. I felt home among Jehovah's people. I can feel genuine love, not just love that we have in the world or anywhere. Then I came. I never stopped attending meetings.
A friend of mine introduced me to the witnesses. One of the brothers I met asked me, "If I prove from the Bible that something you believe is incorrect, what will you do?" I said, "Then I will become a witness." He went on to show me in the Bible how the Bethlehem star was actually from the devil to lead the wise men to kill Jesus. This changed my whole life. I said, now I can become a witness.
Ek sal nou 'n getuie word. Terwyl ons in die saal
Being in the Kingdom Hall, I noticed that there were many black people.
gewees, maar
This was strange for me, but the more I attended, the more I began to learn that with Jehovah, there is no partiality. All people are equal. We began to accept that this is the way it should be.
Dus ek en ek
Johnny and I were brought together even though we were from completely different political parties. Before, we would have wanted to kill each other, but now we have love for one another. We have forgiven one another. Jehovah's organization changes a person completely. If I think back to the kind of person I was and what I am now, I never want to be what I was then. Never.
dit
It
is
is such a privilege to be a witness.
partye te kan wees.
People call me a softie, but I do not mind. I have become a softie, but for Jehovah.
Geword.
I never thought that somebody like Brother Gideon Botha, who is coming from the extreme right organization, can worship with me, who is former extreme left organization. You can only think of
Isaiah when he said,
the wolf and the lion will eat a straw and the boy will play in the hole of a dangerous snake. So the transformation of our personality trait has led us to be genuine brothers.